Hello and welcome to another SkaredCast Battle Report. Today, the forces of Nurgle face off against the Drukhari in this 2,000 point battle report. Let's dive in.
The Dark King.
Today we're playing Retrieval on this cool Nurgle-infested battlefield as the Nurgly goodness decides to be Nurgly. Let's dive into the armies and take a look at what we have brought. 2,000 points each. Looking forward to this. All the way from Nova Scotia, Canada. Let's dive in. And here we have 2,000 points of Drukhari arrayed for battle. It's a triple patrol army. And the three patrols are Patrol of Cabal of the Poisoned Tongue with Archon Skari himself, Agonizer Blast Pistol. He is running the Relic, the Soul Helm, as well as the Fight Last Warlord trait, Ancient Evil. He has two of his trusty Mandrake, quote-unquote trusty Mandrake units. One unit of 10 Trueborn, 2 Blasters and a Dark Lance. 2 Venoms with 1 cannon and a rifle, and a Raider with Splinter Racks, as well as 2 Void Raven Bombers with D-Scythes. The second detachment is Cult of Strife Patrol with a Blood Dancer Triptych Whip Succubus, as well as 2 units of 5 Witches each, equipped with a Blast Pistol. Last detachment is Artists of the Flesh Coven Patrol with a Master Homunculus. Well, she's a master as well. And he's a master, just so, you know, the 3 masters, kind of like the 3 Stooges masters. And he is running the Helm of Spite, as well as his Warlord trait, which is Twisted Reanimator, to bring back racks over the course of the game. 10 racks with an Electrocorrosive Whip, 5 racks with no upgrades, 3 Chronos with 1 probe, all have vortexes, and the Flamers, and 3 Talos with the Ichor Injectors and the Macro Scalpels equipped with Heat Lances. I got them painted. So there you have it. 2,000 points on the nose of Drukhari. Let's see what Grandpappy Nurgle has decided to throw at them. Come and give me hugs, he says. Nurgle, Snurgle! Kaylee, take it away. What have we brought to crush the Drukhari with today?
I have brought a single battalion, and in that battalion, I brought 3 HQs. I have my Great Uncleon, who will be exalted. I chose the exalted trait, the 4 of Feel No Pain.
Of course. Look at him. He's so happy. He's smiling.
He feels no pain.
He doesn't care.
Okay, and after that, I have Horticulus Slamix down here, leading the pack of Beasts of Nurgle.
And the little Nurglings on the base.
Of course.
So adorable. Look at that. He's so happy. He's gardening. He's got a green thumb. It's exciting.
He did have a bone pipe, but that broke off.
Sure. I have a bone to pick with that.
Yes. And then I have my Demon Prince out there. He will be kitted with Malefic Talents. He will be my Warlord with the Warlord trait Plague Fly High, so he will be -1 to hit within 7 inches.
Very cool.
With Nurglings on the base, of course.
Of course. You have to have the little Nurglings having fun. Look at him. It's like just doing like acrobatics with like a tongue or something. That's kind of cool.
And then for my troops, I brought 1 little guy of Nurglings. Just 3 of them.
Yep.
Just to be annoying. And then I have a big blob of Plague Bears, 30 of them, with the Demonic Icon and the Instrument. So I want to move up fast. And in my morale test, I want to bring them back.
Yep.
And then I also have a unit of 10 Plague Bears. Nothing special about them. They're just there to hopefully rod.
Be troops.
Yes.
Yep.
And then for my elites, I have 2 units of Beasts of Nurgle. I have a big blob of 9.
Oh, look at that. They're all like, some of them, and then some are converted. Mm-hmm. Oh, they're so colorful.
And then I have
It's like coral. It's like
Yes.
literally playing against evil coral.
And then I have 5 of them.
Yeah. Yeah. He's so happy. Look at him.
All happy.
Reminds me of like gremlins.
And then I have 3 units of fast attacks. I have my a unit of 5 Plague Drones just down there. And then I will have 2 units of 5 Furies. And that will be my list. I do also have 140 points set aside for summoning.
Yeah, which could be a tree, or some more Plague Bears, or Furies, or Nurglings, or you name it. Yep, that's right. That's the name of the game. There you have it. 2,000 points of Nurgly goodness. Let's dive into deployment. And we're here after deployment. I won the roll, so I made Kaylee go first. Ha! We have decided to take secondaries. I took Engage, because I have planes. I took Retrieve Octera's data, because I am mad that way. And I took No Prisoners, because I'm going to have to kill stuff with wounds. So, even though it's really hard to get through, she can bring them back to life and regenerate them and stuff. So the more I kill, the better. I'm going to have to kill a bunch of stuff. I might as well just put blinders on and make her roll tons of 5-up, feel no pains. Other than that, done deploying. So I put the 2 Void Raven Bombers in the back, couple of Mandrake units in the back. I'm not forward deploying them because there's no point. 5 racks back here, Trueborn, 10 racks here, Homunculus, 3 Talos, 3 Kronos, the Succubus with 1 Witch Squad that rolled +2 movement, +1 weapon skill, and then the Archon with another unit that rolled +1 ballistic skill leadership and +1 weapon skill, which is pretty cool. So they're on this side of the board. And then Kaylee has deployed Nurglings, touching that objective. Plague Drones, 5 Beasts, Big Fat Boy, Stoner Dude, and then 9 more of these beasts. Oh my god, look at them. They're so imposing. Demon Prince, 10 Nurglings, and by Nurglings I mean Plague Bears, thank you, and 30 Plague Bears. Mm-hmm. You did spend 2 CP pre-game though?
Yes, I did.
And you put 2 units of Furies in Deep Strike.
I did.
Awesome. So with that, I decided to use no Deep Strikers. You start with 9 command points to my 8 command points, because I have 2 extra relics and 2 extra warlord traits. And with that, we roll off to see who goes first. I kind of want to go second in this case.
Oh.
Well, because then I get to throw you off the objectives at the end of the game, but I get my 15 points because you have a lot of stuff. Let's see what happens. Oh, I have to go first. Okay. Well, the bombs are okay. I'm okay with that. Kaylee, good luck. Have fun.
Good luck.
Let's do this for Nurgle. No, I don't say that.
You did.
I did say it. Oh, no. And here we are, movement phase. So what I've been doing is measuring 18 inches right now because she doesn't have a tree up, which means she can't advance and charge yet. Mm-hmm. So I've just measured 18 inches. The bombers did, okay. They have, she has lots of feel no pains. I did 3 wounds to a Nurgling. I did 2 wounds to one of them. I did 4 wounds to one of them. I did 3 to him. I did 2 to him. Mm-hmm. Even though I rolled better, but she rolled really well for a feel no pains, which is fine. I wasn't expecting my Void Raven bombers to do much against this Nurgle army. Most of my army has kind of moved up this way to kind of focus over on this here. Except for the Kronos, they're going on a tirade to eventually target a bunch of Plague Bearers. I have decided to do my Retrieve Octeros data with this unit of Mandrakes over here. So I'm doing it that corner first, and then this unit of Mandrakes is staying back here, just holding the line. I did put my Homunculus way up at the front here, because he's feeling very fancy. Archon Succubus pushing up the side here. So with that, let's dive into the movement phase. And by end of that, I mean shooting phase. So my aim here is to try and kill these Nurglings, and then to potentially do as much damage to them as physically possible. Mm-hmm. But that's pretty much all I'm really going to be able to do. And then after the Nurgle turn, we'll see what happens with that. End of the shooting phase. All of this shooting killed 3 Nurglings and 1 Plague Drone. They did surge. So they had a 4-up invulnerable save. Mitigated quite a bit of damage. I was able to never stationary a unit of witches with the Archon to move them up. But I was able to get rid of the little Nurglings, which is great. So that gives me some points for killing stuff, for killing wounds worth, and some more points for doing wounds over here, as well as all the wounds I did with the mortals over here. They count too, except against this monster and that character because they don't count. But other than that, that's my first turn. I get 2 points for engage. I did my first rod, and I don't remember what else. Oh, no prisoners, which I'll count up as we go. Okay, with that, Kaylee's first turn. Nurgle goodness coming right up.
Let's do it.
The Nurgle demons have moved forward. So they move forward. Buzz, buzz. They didn't advance, though. They want to go and, like, murder a plane. I mean, by plane, I mean a raider. And then over here, we have these beasts just kind of tuck away. He healed himself for a wound with his cool little ability of healing stuff, because a model died, so he can heal something. That Plague Bear unit has rotted in that table quarter. This big fatso is just sitting around over here, looking pretty. They sort of moved and advanced up. These beasts moved and advanced 6 inches as well as the Demon Prince, so they're really pushing hard into the middle there. Oh, that's going to be annoying to deal with, I tell you, right now. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones.
That's the acidic slime.
That is the slime. Oh, I can feel it. I can smell it on the air, you know, like that rancid garbage smell when your garbage bag, the sweet and tangy, when it like rips open at the bottom and leaks all in the bottom of your garbage pail. That's how it feels. And then of course
Everyone knows what that's.
Everybody knows that smell. And then we've got Horticulus has brought a little tree, so fall back in charge as well as advance in charge if you start, which means they're like super fast now. Okay, so with that, let's dive into the psychic phase. Let's see what the Blessings of Nurgle has in store for us. The psychic phase has come and gone. So over here we had psychic phase. He can cut himself and get +1 to cost with his little dagger. So he did that twice, but saved both of them with his 4-up Feel No Pain. So he's just sitting there laughing. He did put Virulent Blessing on the Plague Drones, and he also put Miasma on the big unit beasties. The Demon Prince tried to cast Heal on them and failed. She decided not to reroll it because I do have my Helm of Spite out. And now they want to try and charge and try and, nuke my Homunculus. So we'll see what he does, because he can come back to life. He is a master, but he is the Helm, so that would be really good at like being able to cast psychic powers. Mm-hmm. She's of course trying to, as you can see, trying to not get within engagement range of the Talus and do this as well. On to the charge phase. Okay, so here we are at the end of the first turn. They did charge, put 4 wounds on my Homunculus, because he is -1 damage, which really helped against the flies. He took 4 damage, and then I killed one of the flies, and she exploded it. So I took another damage, almost died. The Talus took a wound, Venom took a wound, Raider took a wound, but I did kill the 1 fly. So that's 3 more wounds for my tally, and he only has 1 wound remaining. He's almost dead now. So good thing is he can heal the Talos back, which is good. But other than that, we're diving into Drukhari turn number 2. So let's see how this fares. They can now advance and charge basically because of the tree. It's going to be very hard for me to avoid the big unit of beasts. And they're just going to do beastie things. So anybody who's played against that list before knows. They kill things. They kill things very dead. So on to my turn number 2. End of the movement phase. I have decided to move as such. The Talos have just moved up. The Racks advanced not very far at all. The Trueborn have sort of moved back a little bit. I got Archon Skari out, but the unit of witches that he was in moved up 16 to basically shoot, potentially charge into there. Like, we'll see what happens. Then we were able to deep strike this plane right here. Essentially, I'm just making it really hard for her to do her rod, because with the Venom or units over here, she won't be able to do this corner, and then everything else is blocked off as well, which just means that the Furies won't be able to drop except in that corner, so that'll help me with rod. Except for, because 6 inches from that line here. These Mandrakes have moved up here. This Void Raven is zoning out the backfield there. They stayed. They're doing my rod in this corner, so now I've done both of these over here. And other than that, the Succubus has moved up with her witches, just in a, supporting role. We'll see what she does, because she can hit pretty hard later in the game as we go on. So with that, let's dive into the shooting phase. And you decided to do your Locus. Mm-hmm. The Super Locus stratagem. So re-rolling 1s on Disgustingly Resilient from Horticulus. And they're all within 6 inches, essentially. Oh, no. So... Feel no pain, but no warp surge, though, because you're saving your CP for later because you need it for a whole bunch of other stuff. Yes. Okay, so with that, let's dive into my shooting phase. Let's see what I can do.
Aggressive typing.
Okay, and here we go. We have the end of the shooting phase. I was able to kill all but one with 1 wound remaining, which was really useful. However, Kaylee decided to explode another one that just happened to be within 6 inches of my wounded homunculus, which I totally, of course, blanked. So now he's lying on the ground. We are going to roll on camera to see if he comes back. I did kill one beast of Nurgle with a variety of shooting. However, I was trying to wound another one to 2 wounds to prevent one model from coming back. You see, Hortigulus can heal 1 wound. And so if I only do 1 wound, she can heal and then bring a model back, with command points. However, if I do 2 wounds, you can heal and then you have to heal the next wound instead of bringing a model back. So it's trying to keep 2 wounds on each beast. However, that didn't work because my venom failed me. Failed me big time. Other than that, on this side, I did kill 2 of the 5 beasts in that unit and took 3 wounds off the other one. So that's on 2 wounds left. And then the shooting phase, these Chronos did kill 6 of the Plague Bearers. Decent feel no pains from there as well. So they're, sitting in the corner over there. Okay, I didn't touch big jolly plague great unclean one over here. And let's see if he comes back. He might die. You want him to die?
I sure do.
You sure do. Okay, does he die? He does not. He comes back with D3 wounds remaining for 2. He comes. Okay. He's back. He stands back up. Bloop. You thought you had seen the end of me, Nurgle. I have returned. Oh my goodness. I have returned with 2. Oh, my Archon did take a wound. A lot of stuff took wounds too when that exploded. Mm-hmm. Okay, so with that, let's jump into the charge phase. The charge phase. The Chronos did roll high enough to kind of fly over, which is good with 1. And then the other ones have moved up. So I'm getting my engage from them, which is neat. And they're going to fight some Plague Bears. On this side, the Talos, the Archon, and the Rax charged into the 1 fly. Just made sure that dude's out of 6, so he doesn't get nuked again, I think. We'll have to measure it. But he has 2 wounds, which is nice. And then this Venom made a good charge into the Great Unclean one. So we'll see what happens over there. Okay, and with that, let's dive into charging. I'm going to start over here, and my Archon makes that fly fight last. Okay, so end of the charge phase. I was able to fight with the Rax. They killed the Plague Drone. It exploded again. Did another wound to Archon Skari and the Talos. They saved their wound. He saved his wound. So he's still at 2 wounds remaining. Mm-hmm. Then the Talos and Archon Skari basically pile in and consolidate it up to create like a little wall for the super fast beasts over there. The suicidal Venom did its job, jumped in, got murdered by this. They popped out. OBSEC on the objective to not OBSEC, which does pull the Deamons down to a 5. And then in combat over here, nothing happened against me. I killed 1 Plague Bear with the Chronos because they're still -1 to be hit, which is awesome. So the Chronos can't hit them to save their lives in close combat yet. And a CP was spent to auto-pass morale for them. Mm-hmm. So with that, the Nurgle forces are down to 1 command point. I have 7 command points on my offhand. And we do start round number 2. Demons go to 5 primary. And we move on with the rest of the game. End of movement phase for the Nurgle. The Furies have stayed off the board. No summoning happened this turn because I was able to block off this area here. And she didn't want to bring them over here because that's pointless. And she didn't want them to just get shot. The Great and Clean one has moved up. These Plague Bears were within 7, so they've advanced up. These beasts have advanced around. And then these beasts are basically going to come get some. That's the name of the game. They want to kill some Talos. Meanwhile, the Demon Prince has very bravely run up at full speed to go contest an objective and try kill some Mandrakes. While these Plague Bears have fallen back from combat, and they can, of course, charge after, so they're just going to jump either right back in or not, depending on what they want to do there. Other than that, cool, let's dive into the Psychic Schmeichel phase. Nurgle, turn number 2. Has only turn 2. Holy moly, crazy. Feels like it's like 3 or 4 turns. And end of the shooting phase, because nothing happened, and the psychic phase. Yeah. Virulent Blessing once again was cast on the beasties, and this Demon Prince smoked one Mandrake. However, took 2 wounds from cutting himself and giving an offering, and didn't save both. And then passed the 1 power, and then I decided to try and deny miasma of pestilence, and I rolled boxcars, so denied, and then took 2 more mortal wounds that from the perils. Good old Helmus Spite just being annoying. So Great and Clean went down to 11 wounds. But with that, we're jumping into the charge phase. Where are your charges going, Kaylee?
Beast, obviously.
Go ahead. That's nothing I can do about that. I'm just gonna sit there and look.
You want me to roll for it?
Yeah, roll it. Oh, they make it. Look at that. Look at that. Look how close they are. I love it. Okay, so into the charge phase. Big guy charged in. He's going to roll to see if he does mortal wounds to me. On a 4+. Ooh. Is it just 1?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There's exalted ability.
I thought it was D3, but...
That's the exalted ability.
Okay, nice.
And that's on a 2-up.
Ooh, 2 up D3? Cool. So over here, decided to charge the beast, but stay 3 inches away from Skari to prevent the ancient evil. So... just charged into the Talos. But he's going to pile in and just murder Talos with Virulent Blessing and reroll wounds and a whole bunch of stuff. I expect them to take a beating right now. It's going to be great. Great. Demon Prince is charged into the Mandrakes, and I did Overwatch into the Plague Bearers and killed 1. Or 2. I killed 2. I killed 2 Plague Bearers in Overwatch, even with, 16 hits with my flavors.
Yeah, I saved,
You saved a lot of them with the Feel No Pain. So it was disgustingly resilient. We don't care. Other than that, we're moving into the charge phase. Who would you like to start fighting with first?
You informed me that they have
They have always fight first, but I get to interrupt with something. So I would probably interrupt with them and then fight you as well first. Yeah. That's you probably want to fight with them first, but yes. I don't know. Let us know, chat. What would you do? Would you fight with the beast first, or would you fight with them first, or do you even care? Or you want to spend me some CP? Yeah.
What's their profile?
So they are +1 weapon skills, so they hit on 2s. They're 4 attacks each because of their witches. 5 attacks for her. Hitting on 2s, strength 3. Yeah, okay. That's it. And they can have a reroll wound strat, and they've got ways to be better in terms of AP. And they have a fight twice, but that's at the end of the fight phase. They would do more damage to the Plague Bearers than to this dude.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll be back. What choice will she make? Okay, so end of the fight phase. The witches did kill 3 of the Plague Bearers, but they're fine. The Talos killed 2 beasts and only took 3 wounds. Because of the -1 damage and the no AP, didn't roll a lot of mortal wounds on all of the attacks, which was a bit of a shame there. However, I did reroll 1 save to keep the Night Fiend alive. And at the end of my turn, I will spend the 2 CP to auto-pass morale with him. Okay. So he's not going anywhere. I have 2 CP left. I spent 2 CP to reroll wounds here to really make sure I did a lot of damage, which actually paid off. And last but not least, the Plague Bearers did a wound to my Kronos. I did no wounds in return because they are -1 to be hit still, and they need a morale. So on a 6 they fail, and on a 1 they bring back bottles.
Let's see it.
Okay, close. That's a 2, by the way, if you couldn't see the bright green dice. Other than that, we're moving into Drukhari, turn number 2. You have 1 command point left. 3. Oh my goodness, it's turn 3. You have 1 command point left. I have 2 command points left, so I'll go up to 3. I hold 1, 2, 3, but you do hold 1, 2, 3. So it is a 10-point turn as well, as we move into the turn. Okay, so turn number 3. Power from Pain goes up to +1 to hit in close combat. So we have the Trueborn. I've just kind of scooted up. I'm going to try and shoot that Demon Prince with a few things. I have screened out with the Rax over here. These Mandrakes have stayed screening here, and this Void Raven Bomber is screening this side here. And then that Void Raven Bomber is screaming that. If he survives and then heroics into me, I could die, and then she could rod in this corner here. I retrieve Octeris data with these Racks. They just moved back. The Homunculus moved up to heal 2 wounds on that Talos. But they stayed in combat with the Beasts. And the Succubus and the Witches got out of the Venom and have moved up to engage this little pocket over here. While the Kronos have stayed in combat with the Plague Bearers. They feel happy about life right now. So with that, let's dive into the shooting phase, since I can do some shooting. The plan is to try and shoot them or do some damage into him. Kaylee doesn't have enough command points to interrupt. So, I was originally, this was going to go in and make them fight last for no interrupt here, but it just means I'll be able to charge and kind of fight in the order that I'm looking at. So we'll see what happens. Let's dive into the third turn. And the end of the shooting phase. The heat lances killed the one that was wounded. So they did some damage there. Good. And then the Trueborn nuked the Demon Prince. It's kind of what happened. Barely. It was close. It was really close. You needed to pass one more feel no pain and he would have lived. And then you would have healed him up. And then it would have been annoying. Yes. The witches decide to Cult of Strife, use a command point to move over models because they have that. So they're out of 3 of them, so they can't be heroic. And out of an inch of him, and then Super Succubus of Death has charged into him to stop him from heroicing and then fighting and then moving this way. It's just a whole bunch of convoluted stuff. You all know on the channel, you love the Succubus. 75 points of totally balanced and fair. And Archon Skari has charged in because I realized they fight normal, so I have to make them fight last so that my Talos get to fight first. But the Kronos will get attacked by the Plague Bearers in the back there. Other than that, let's dive into some combats. You know what? I'm going to do her first, and I'm going to do her on camera because I like what she does. She's fun. She's Triptych Whip Blood Dancer. So for anybody who's out there who wants to rage at the chat, leave a comment, raging. 75-point model, okay? So, hitting on 2s, 6s are Tesla, so they explode into 2 extra hits. Okay, so got 2. Oh, so 2 of them. So those 2 go into that one, and then she adds 2. So she hit 12 times out of 10 attacks, and then she wounds on 2s because you're not Titanic. With a Triptych Whip. And that would be 10 invulnerable saves that do 2 damage a pop. That's up to 20 damage. Let's see if Mr. He has a big 5-up. He's like, rah, 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 rah.
I say with 2.
So that'd be 16 damage. He does have 11 wounds remaining.
Yes.
And he has a 4-up feel no pain. Yes. So he should survive. Should survive. We've been around the block. We have seen what happens. Let's see those. Needing 4s. Okay, decent amount of 4s. How many go through? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. Okay, so about 50%. Ooh, I like it. So 7 go through. He's alive with 4 wounds, and then my Succubus moves 6 inches to get out of engagement range. So now he can't do anything. So
dirty. 75 points?
75 points. Absolutely fantastic model. Games Workshop. 40k is a totally balanced game with no exploits.
Great Unclean One doesn't even know what happened.
No, he's like, ow!
My butt!
My bum! And it's the end of the combat phase. The witches killed a few. They passed their morale, though. But I do have 4 models there to a couple of models here. So I take that objective away. He's just sitting there being like, what happened to me? Why did I take a bunch of wounds? Over here, the Talos, I spent my 2 lost CP to reroll wounds again. They killed quite a lot. They killed like 3 of the beasts. And then 1 ran away to morale. And then over here, these Plague Bearers failed morale and lost 1 for running and then 3 from attrition. So they're down now to, I believe, 9 models or so. So those Kronos really putting in the work. Other than that, we're moving in. I did drop it down to 5 points. And moving into turn number 3 for the Nurgle. The noose is tightening, Kaylee.
I can feel it.
That's right. Actually, I underestimated how not having AP on those beasts meant that they would bounce off my Talos. Yes. I was really, really terrified of them. But then they charged in and then rolled, and I was like, oh, I get my regular armor save? This is fantastic. So that actually changed my whole perspective against this list. But we still have 3 more beasts back here, 1 more beast here as well, and lots of game to play. So let us know what you think down below. What would you do? Here's a question for all of you in chat. What would you ask for when they redo the demon boat? Yeah, what would you ask for, Kaylee? AP. and you say this often and loudly. Give me something that ignores AP. Right? Okay, perfect. Awesome. Into turn number 3 for the demons. No! I did. That was a tiny little pocket. They were able to come in because the line is actually to the end here. They were able to. I literally, this plane should have moved like 2 inches this way. No! I'm really. Okay, so they're going to rod in this corner and get engaged, which is really good. Yep. And then the other ones, I couldn't stop that, but they're going to drop down and get another engage there. The Beasts of Nurgle have moved and advanced up. This one kind of ran away because it's a to the last. The Plague Bearers are to the last, so they've tried to move away from the Kronos as well. And he's a to the last, and he just wants to go kill the totally balanced Succubus. I think it's balanced. I don't know what anybody's talking about. I
will spend 2 CP.
Yeah, to bring a model back?
Yes.
Cool. At the end of the movement phase. And I believe one of the to the last models are coming back. Yep. Double the number of wounds for 2 CP. Cool. You're gonna force me to chase them down, are you? I love it. Okay, so with that, let's dive into the psychic phase. And then Horticulus is coming around to try and destroy some witches in close combat, and they fail to fall back from the witches because they held them in combat, which is which is which. Ha! That's right. Which is which? That witch is which? Or that witch? Which witch is which? Onto the psychic phase. End of the psychic phase. The one psyker cut himself, but saved to do +1 to cast Nurgle's Rot to hit stuff within 7. But then the Helm of Spite stopped it and did 1 mortal wound, so he's down to 3. Then he tried to smite the Succubus and failed to cast.
Yeah, on a 5.
On a 5, so rolled a 4. And no CP, so no rerolls, nothing there. Okay. Yeah. Recap backwards. He has a cool relic where if he rolls a 7 to cast,
correct.
I can't deny. And he did roll a natural 7 on the first power, which we just, as I was talking about it, was like, wait, that was a 5 and a 2, +1, that was an 8, and I rolled an 11. But I couldn't have actually been able to deny that. Which means I couldn't even have denied the smite, which didn't even go off. Which means, so Nurgle's Rod goes off. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, so on a 4-up, you suffer D3 mortal wounds within 7. So let's see this guy.
Yep, she will take
3.
Ooh, she has 2 left. Ouch.
And then these guys.
They do. Uh-oh. They take 1. Okay. Not too good. Not too bad. Okay, well, she's down to 2 wounds. Okay, now she's probably dead.
So he would have gone back up to 4.
Yes, he goes back up to 4. Okay, see? Rules. Ooh. Rules. Remembering rules. Them. Good stuff. Good stuff. If you put a relic on a model, good thing to remember. Remember that at home, folks. Actually, a cool little relic. It wouldn't come up very often, but with a lot of Thousand Suns and Grey Knights and stuff, you're gonna roll a 7 average. More often than not. So you might as well. Okay, cool. That's it for everything. Into charging? Yeah, they did Rod. They're over there. And we're going to charge in and kill some stuff. I like it. Okay, so end of the shooting, which was nothing. The psychic phase and the combat phase. So combat phase, he just came in and murdered her. That was, I just rolled well and just dead. Okay, that's it. Didn't save anything. They did charge into the Talus, did nothing because of no AP. The Talus killed 1 in return. And... No, killed 2 in return. No, 1. Just the 1. Okay. Just the 1. Okay, because they did do a bunch of mortal wounds with their Ichor injectors, which is amazing. Horticulus and other smites and stuff just killed a few there. There's 2 left. And this one survived combat. But his leadership 10 thanks to the big guy, which means it's not going to run. So at the end of the turn, you do get your engage for 3. You do get your retrieve Octeris over here. And you still have 15 to the last. As we move into my turn number 4 now. But I do own this one because I have OBSEC, and I own those 3. So I will get a 15-pointer as we move into turn number 4. End of the movement phase. I have decided to move them up. Okay. They got out of the Raider, the Trueborn. They're going to go fight some Furies / shoot some beasts. This Raider has moved back while the Mandrakes have moved up to engage that unit of Furies over there. Void-Driven Bomber stayed on the board this way. The other one had to fly off the table. And then the Kronos have moved up while my single Mandrake comes back. Yay. To put Rod down over there. Cool, I like it. Okay, end of the shooting phase. The Trueborn killed one of the beasts and then killed 4 of them with the rest of the shooting. The Mandrakes killed 4 of these Furies. And then the Dark Lance killed the last beast that was over here. So I killed 2 of those beasts. The Heat Lances killed 1 beast. No, put 4 wounds on. No, killed 1 beast. Yeah. And then put another one down to a wound. And... Oh no, I just killed 1 beast. So where's that wound marker from?
You just killed 1 beast.
Okay. Yeah, no, the wound marker's just sitting there. So over here we've got the Kronos charging in after the Flamers and the Blast actually did like some work on those Plague Bears. Now they're not -1 to hit. And the Racks have charged in, and the 2 pistols did nothing against Horticulous Slimux. But I did kill a to the last with that. Archon Skari has jumped in to make them fight last as well with his helm.
The reason why he's down to that was the mortals that you did.
Right.
The 5 mortals.
Okay. And here we are after the turn. So the Talus went nuts on the 2 beasts of Nurgle that were left. The Trueborn did kill that Fury squad. The Mandrakes killed that Fury squad in combat. And then I did kill 2 models there, so I healed a couple of wounds on that Talus. Mm-hmm. Okay, with that, it's Horticulous against the world. He killed 1 of the witches. And it is turn number 4 for Nurgle.
Yes.
Horticulous versus the world. He is sowing the garden. All he knows, this is a great ploy by him to put fertilizer everywhere.
Natural fertilizer.
Natural Nurgle fertilizer. So with that, we move into the end of the game. It's pretty much like over, but the the singing of the songs. That was killed. The Racks killed Big Guy, which was to the last. I killed the Plague Bears, which was another to the last, and the Beast, which was to the last. So that was like a big turn, like just completely flipped it. Okay, Mr. Horticulous Slimux, on your giant snail stoner guy. Let's go. Do it.
Him.
All up to him now. End of the movement phase. He has summoned a unit of Furies, and they're going to do retrieve Octeris data in this corner.
In this corner.
In this corner over here, we have the Flembots. They said instead of like a Fembot, right? It's like Flem, because they got, you get it. It's a bad joke, okay? It's a bad joke. They have like mucusy wings. Mucusy wings. Okay, and then he's just going to sit there. He healed himself for a wound. So he's up to 7. I like it. I guess he gets to bite me now. Nam. Well, at least...
The snail will bite you.
That was terrible. Sorry if that made you very dizzy, everybody. I just knocked the camera. Roll it. We'll do it live. Okay. Go, Mr. Slimux. Oh, I guess my witch goes first.
Yes.
Yeah, go, because she goes first all the time. Hiya. Needing 6s. Hiya. Ooh, 2 of them.
2.
Just AP2 or whatever that makes
damage.
sense. Just 1 damage. Yeah.
Takes 1.
Takes 1 damage. Yes, take that. He just squished another Nurgling on his base.
Okay, so let's put 2 in your witch.
Okay.
The rest.
Into the witch. Ooh. 2 steward. Yep. Does the witch live? Nope, she dies. Yep.
Cool.
Dead.
Other 2.
Yep.
Yep.
They are T4, if that makes a difference.
Okay, so 3s.
Okay, needing 5s now because it's turn 4. And feeling no pain. 1 damage, 2 damage, D3.
D3. So
D3 damage, 2. 5 ups. No, I kill you kill 1.
Okay. And Mulch will bite you.
Nam nam.
Bit you.
Nice.
And wounds you.
5 up. Yeah, good job. Okay, I don't have any CP, so I'm just going to roll these guys. And here we go. We've got all of these attacks there. Plus the whip. The whip is about the same. Does the AP 1 and 2 mean any difference to you? Or is it... No, it does, because he has a 3-up save. Okay, that's the whip. The whip hits all the time.
He's not wholly within, so he's got a 4-up save.
Okay.
So it will be 5.
Oh, yeah. So this is on 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4 that are -1. 1 damage.
3.
Cool. And he takes 1.
Okay.
And then on 4s to wound here. And then 2 at AP 4 from the whip. 1. Just 1 damage as well.
Okay.
He's down to 4 wounds left. But he's still alive. Yes. He lived. Forcing the Drukhari to take that 5th turn. Okay, end of the movement phase. We have everything just moved up. Let's see if he survives.
He will.
Put a vote down. I like the confidence. Good confidence. I did spend my CP to full back in charge with the Racks. But let's do some shooting. So first things first, he can't see anything, so he's going to go into Furies. 6 shots, hitting on, they're in the dents, so hitting on 4s, and wounding on 2s. 2 invulnerable saves, 2 damage each.
First guy is alive.
Oh my goodness, good job. And second guy, that's cocked, that's not flat. We've been re-rolling those. So close, I do kill 1. Okay, so then the man, actually Archon Skari, see where he is? See, he's right there.
Yeah.
He wants to make an impression here. Does he hit? Yes. Does he wound? He does. Take your invul. Take your invul. Oh! AP4. D6 damage. Oh, that's not flat.
So
oh, no. Come on, Skari. What are you doing?
Yes.
He's fine. Okay, you know what? The heat lances are going to go. I'm not even going to sugarcoat
See, he's going to survive. He's going to survive.
Heat lances. And 3s. 2 invulnerable saves from heat lances. 2d6 plus 2 damage each.
Love this.
So 7, 13, 12 damage. 12 damage. Good job.
Hey.
Good job. Come on, heat lances. Do it.
This is 10.
Do it. Bloop. I think he died.
I think so too.
Close, but no cigar. And then the other Void
He did
Raven
lose
bar.
a cigar, so.
He did lose his cigar. Well, that's no fun. I will shoot him this way, though.
Okay.
3s. And 2s.
Ooh.
2 saves into the guys.
1 save.
2 damage. 2 damage from the...
Okay.
1 more goes down. Go bloop. And let me see how many of these Kronos can reach. The 1 Kronos is in range. 3 shots. Hitting on 3s because they didn't advance. Winning on 3s. 2 saves. Ooh.
2 saves.
They're fine. Where were those saves earlier in the game?
Exactly. Where?
They're going to charge in. Yeah.
Oh,
my.
wow.
That's been a theme, by the way. My
Yes.
charge rolls have been fantastic. Okay. Let's see if they survive. This many attacks from this many racks, including the electrocorrosive whip in there. If you want to check out the list, it's in the description. The list will be. There'll be a post, so you can check that out. And eating 4s, I might have pulled out some 2s. I wasn't paying attention. 4s, that's 4 so far. 8, 11. 11 saves, 1 damage each. Will the little phlegm guys survive? Ooh. Decent. Some decent saves. That's 50-50 on a 5-up.
Okay.
And 5-up again. Oh, just. Look at that. I just got him. Barely with the last attacks of the game. And that is game. So it is a Drukhari victory. I believe that'd be... I don't know about the no prisoners, but it's about a 90 points to something. Anyway, lots of points. Okay, so...
High to low.
High to low points. A lot of people ask, like, what are the points? And I don't always put them down. So, you know what? There's a winner. There's somebody who didn't win. Whatever. Just suck it up. Do the points as we go. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so what was your plan with the game as we went over? And it didn't exactly go to plan, I don't think. You don't get to play Drukhari against very often.
Correct.
Okay, so what was your plan going into it? And kind of like, what was the tipping point for you?
The plan was just to see what you could do.
Okay.
And just try to hold the center.
Yep.
And try to just be resilient.
Yep.
And kind of trust my dice rolls, which didn't work out. Just the amount of output that you could do was very surprising.
I know. I was looking at it. It was a lot of wounds that I had to get through, but I was making you roll a lot of those feel no pains, and it just added up in the end. Like all the poison and then the Talos, the Talos and the Kronos were like stars. Like one just took out 30 plague bearers by itself pretty much, and the other one took out like 13 beasts of Nurgle, like pretty much by themselves, other than some shooting from the Trueborn, which then were able to deal with like your little stuff and whatnot as well. The bomb didn't do much at the beginning, but it was really the Talos and Kronos that like made the way for me to kind of come around. My favorite point was when I did the suicide charge and they stole an objective from you, which is a great little thing to remember, is like make sure that the transport dies to then jump onto the objective. And
you're like, oh darn.
Oh no, I'm going to take my armor save, which I can't take against this, so that I do die. Okay, so, and what was your MVP?
The tree?
The tree, because it didn't die. Give it up for the tree, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping to say Horticulus, but he did not survive.
No, he didn't survive. The tree did, because I physically can't target the tree. My MVP was this mandrake.
Yes.
3 CP to keep him alive against the the Demon Prince, coming back to do my last Retrieve Octeris data. Other than that, thanks a lot for having me here at the Wrath's Reach Gaming Club Bunker Trench thing. And make sure you check them out on Twitch, and on YouTube, and on Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah, so all the links will be in the description. Make sure you check that out. But other than that, that's been it. I've been Skari, your grateful host, signing off until next time. Skari out. Ah, the Dark Kin. Now smell bad, covered in Nurgle stuff.